I totally didn't come up with this save file name. I promise. I totally promise I didn't come up with it. But it's called Stealing Done. Continue with Myconids. The game came up with it for me. No, okay, it's me. Alright, jump back in with Swad. Apparently, I finished all the stealing that I wanted to. Probably off camera because it takes a while. Basically, you got the ring for the plus, like, 1d4, I think. You got Bless, maybe for plus 1d4. Not Bless, Guidance. But Guidance only works for one roll, I think. So, but you do want the Cat's Grace from Enhance Ability. That's about it, really. An Astarion or some thief, rogue, whatever, having the good decks. I also think I disseminated all the gear. And now that I'm not... Oh, sleight of hand plus 1 from the Gloves of Power. That's also nice. It's, 5% more chance. Smuggler's Ring is the one I was talking about. Stealth plus 2, sleight of hand plus 2. So it's not a straight 1d. It's not 1d4. It's just a straight plus 2 for both of those things. And I think that I'm gonna use the Gloves of Hailthorns. One thing that I like to do in my D&D games is not have a limit to items that you can attune with. Like, if you can, I think you should be able to attune to multiple items. You follow the rules as far as donning or doffing an item. You follow the rules as far as, like, carrying in, like, if you can come up with a really good, unique way, or maybe not unique, but a smart way that you can have, like, 3 or 4 weapons on you that you're attuned with all of them, then, okay. If you ever give an item to another player, they have to attune with it, you lose the attunement, and that process will have to start over if you want that item back. I like how this game handles it. It's just, I don't have to specify only X number of things. So, excuse me. Ooh, I forgot I got jump now. I love jump. Jump is so awesome in this game. I can only do it once per short rest, I think. Yeah. But jump is super cool. I think I have one video where I was testing out the various familiars you could have, at least at lower levels, and the jump from the spider was awesome. And I found out that the shockwave is centered on the target that is hit, which makes sense. It doesn't really do a lot. It just gives them -1 to attack rolls. So, like, but it could hit multiple enemies with one Sacred Flame or one Guiding Bolt, or list whatever you want. If you have I think it's a cantrip that does like 1d6 AoE centered on you, radiant damage, like Holy Radiance or something like that. So I actually don't even know if it exists in this game because I've never tried. I could find that out pretty quickly, couldn't I? No, you can't change your cantrip, so I can't go back and find that. Okay, whatever. That's fine.
Is that blood?
So yeah.
No, never mind.
But yeah, I do want to equip. Sorry. Oops. Ooh, that's the button, the quick button for that? Okay. H goes straight to my crafting. That's cool. But what I do want to have
well,
is a Astarion with the Gloves of Hailthorns. I only use the sleight of hand gloves when I'm trying to do a lot of stealing. Otherwise, they're not giving me the Absolute's Bane thing because I do not have Absolute's Bane as a buff. Sure, yeah. I think that's the only change I want to make. I do have the Staff of Ray of Sickness for, well, the Staff of Crohn's for Shadowheart to have a free Ray of Sickness. She's not usually in melee anyway, so the Corrosive Flail isn't necessarily a super good thing for her. We got a free Healing Word and Mass Healing Word from this Amulet of Restoration, so that's cool. Saved myself I can probably get rid of this Morning Star, given that I have this awesome flail. I probably can. I probably can and should. Anyway, cool. Let us... Still got all my buffs. I barely used any spell slots at all.
My faith will guide me.
I used one level 2, and I think that was probably just for the stealing. Or maybe I used Will's. I think Will might have my Camp Witch Will. Gale is in my party for some reason. Oh, he was part of the stealing. That's
Still
right.
alive.
He's a lot of his
So that's
slots.
progress.
So let's get Karlach back. Sorry, Gale. You served your purpose as you should.
How can I help?
Help by staying
I
in
question the
camp.
wisdom of that. I'll be here in the...
I think I also let Gale in one of the videos consume
Have to keep going.
something. He consumed a magic item that I could not ever see myself using.
I like Gale, but I'm keeping all my good gear well out of sight. Everything fancy he touches meets a grisly end.
Don't expect this. Don't worry, I gave him something bad.
Soldier.
Oh, I didn't even get a chance to hear the hell yes. It just went away. Okay, whatever, fine. Cool. Let's go. Let's go back to the Myconids and continue making friends with them. Hopefully. After I stole a lot from them. What am I supposed to be doing here? What does Spore Sermon mean? The animating spores of a Myconid sovereign have taken over this dead creature's... Okay. It's a drone. He's got a spiked, like, baseball bat club thing. He's like a Duragar? A Dark Orb? Yeah, Duragar Spore Servant, that's what it says right there. You can just read the freaking thingy. Discovered a waypoint. Wait, no, seriously? Wait, where did it go? Where is the waypoint? How do I activate it? It looks like it's, okay, this direction. There we go. Let's touch it. Let's touch the butt. Okay, so what was I trying to do here? I honestly have no idea. We're supposed to go find the... Like, this is Blurg, the one I'm supposed to find? Is Blurg like the voice? Wait, who are you? Oh, you're Blurg. Ooh, I might want to steal from you.
Perhaps Ammonium is right. I should get a mask.
Scroll over. Hey, Blurg.
Ah, a visitor. You're a welcome sight. But let us observe the customs of the locals.
The scholar's brow tenses. His voice spills into your skull, the spores connecting mind to mind.
Blurg, proud member of the Society of Brilliance, at your service.
A tall red goblin.
Or perhaps not. Your mind is far more complex than that of the fungi.
Oh, it's Hobgoblin, okay. I've never heard of the Society of... Well, actually, let me... test out. Just see what all these do. I've never heard of the Society of Brilliance.
Understandable. We are small in number and rarely stay in one place for long. My colleagues and I are working to improve conditions in the Underdark. This need not be such a dire, hostile place. It's curious to find a surface dweller here. What has brought you down so deep?
Featherfall. Honestly, I kind of got lost down here.
A common phenomenon in the Underdark, I'm afraid. Could I ask what you were searching for to begin with?
Either explain the whole story or that's not your business. Yeah, fuck it. Explain the whole story.
You were infected by an illithid tadpole? It's a miracle you're still intact.
I heard that before.
You must be worried sick, but have no fear. I have a friend who may be able to assist.
Omelium! I hope this is important, Blurg. My Zerkwood samples need constant attention.
It is. This adventurer has an illithid tadpole inside his head, but he hasn't turned.
No ceremorphosis?
Oh, shit.
That's impossible.
There's a mind flayer here.
But intriguing.
Hello.
Are you looking to have it extracted?
Yes, absolutely. Or a mind flayer, die. Or an illithid is your friend, how is that possible? Or, sorry, Omelum, I'd rather not. An illithid is your friend? How is that possible?
I have broken free from the Elder Brain's yoke. I no longer serve the grand design.
I've heard that before. And
I ask that you refrain from violence, while I respect that your opinion of my kind may not change.
What is the grand design?
A collective quest to eliminate the Gith and enslave all other humanoids. If that settles matters for the time being, would you like a diagnosis? Open your mind to me. Let us see what lurks within.
Against my better judgment, because it's a game. Relax and let Omelum's mind search your own.
As Omelum's mind pierces yours, the tadpole pulses with power. It feels 10 times its size. Alive, awake, almost smug.
This is most unusual. The incubation period should be complete, as should your transformation. But the larva is infused with strange magic. It appears to be in some form of stasis.
Can you extract the tadpole?
No. It appears to be shielded from physical and magical influence. And even without the shield, the extraction would involve severe cranial trauma.
That doesn't sound ideal.
It is not ideal. The process would surely kill you. But not to worry. Should you transform, I will happily perform a new examination.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Tell Omelum about the strange mind flayer ship you were on, or thanks for the information, or all that probing was useless in the end. I'll tell him about the ship.
A Nautiloid? Fascinating. I have never set foot on one myself. They were our warships during the greatest eras of the Illithid Empire. We ruled the entire astral plane from their decks. The design was lost when the Gith rebelled and ended our dominion.
Thank you for the information.
Of course. I am sorry I cannot assist you in its removal. But I have an idea.
Oh, perhaps I should start taking notes.
There may be a way to bypass that stasis. There are many alchemical substances that can influence the mind.
Isn't the stasis why the tadpole hasn't killed me yet?
I do not intend to shatter its protection. I need only bypass the interference that prevents me from communicating with the lava.
Bypass? What kind of alchemy are we talking about?
A tincture distilled from a collection of rare mushrooms. They have subtle psionic influence. I would require a fresh tongue of madness and Timusk spores. But be warned, in their natural state,
Yep.
both of these mushrooms can be quite dangerous. Timusks cause confusion in those that approach them. The tongue is self-explanatory.
You can see, like, so the front of his face, as with most mind flayers, seems like cranium with like purple coloring on the outside of it, maybe a thin layer of flesh or muscle, whatever. All you see is like bright orange pupils in otherwise black eyes. But as he talks, the brain that seems to be exposed at the back of his head pulses with every word. And the tentacles just kind of, there are 4 tentacles sprouting from his mandibles, basically, and just kind of moving on their own. Yeah. Eating those doesn't sound like a great idea.
My formula will hamper the more harmful effects once the mushrooms are brewed into a potion. Your sanity, however much you possess, should remain intact.
Oh, should. Yeah, cool. Lovely. So where do I find these mushrooms?
The Underdark, of course, although they are quite rare, and their discovery perilous.
I've encountered plenty.
I imagine Lenore would have them in her possession. She served Mystra as a cleric.
Why would a cleric have a bunch of dangerous mushrooms?
She is quite fond of her garden. Lenore has always been a lonely sort. Nature was her only companion. I offered her the chance to join the society, but she refused. Her experiments on Susa bark took priority.
Alright. I'll come back when I find the mushrooms.
May your travels be safe and swift.
There are other questions I want to ask, but I didn't get a chance to go back. It sucks.
Welcome back. Have you made any new discoveries?
Oh, there we go. I can ask more. I've never seen a hobgoblin like you before.
The feeling is mutual, friend. I have only passing familiarity with the surface races. But I found that there is as much to learn from an individual as there is from a community. So it is with the Myconids. They live in harmonious unity, but each has a unique personality.
They do? Research in the Underdark sounds like a dangerous prospect.
Yes, but it has abundant natural resources. Spores, water orbs, Trillimac. I've studied them for years.
Very unnatural, don't you?
There is rare magic in the Underdark too. Fairsress. It radiates from the earth, warping, teleportation, and divination magic.
That was a passed an Arcana check, luckily enough. What have your studies uncovered?
This is not a wasteland. It is a glorious ecosystem. Every civilization here could thrive without conflict.
Do you have anything interesting to trade?
I do enjoy a good bargain. If anything in my private collection is to your liking.
Blur. So some of these scrolls I actually might want to stock up on. Just having Astarion be able to use Blur is pretty cool. Well, the same would be but once they go into Rage, they can't. I don't think they can concentrate anymore as far as the game is supposed to work, but Featherfall, not a bad idea. I've stolen enough. Fly I already have, but just having a scroll of it. Scroll of Haste, also cool. Magic Missile, useful. Misty Step. Ooh. Do I have that one yet? This guy's been nothing but nice to me. I don't really know if I want to steal from him, so maybe I will. Alright, here's some new stuff. Melf's First Staff. Melf's Acid Arrow. That's kind of what I expect it to have, which is cool. A +1 bonus to spell, save DC, and that's also cool. For either Gale Will or Shadowheart. And then Melf's Acid Arrow, once per long rest. 44 acid plus a delayed 2d4 acid. If it hits, it'll do the immediate damage. And then at the end of the target's next turn, it'll do the 2d4. On a miss, the target still takes half the initial damage. It takes an action to swap weapons during combat. However, you could go from combat to combat. Circlet of Blasting, Scorching Ray, 750 gold. Dude. Once per long rest, Scorching Ray for 750 gold. It doesn't have any other benefits to it. The Lifebringer headgear. When the wearer gains lightning charges, they also gain 3 temporary hit points. The temporary hit points disappear if the wearer runs out of lightning charges. Is it 3 temporary hit points per lightning charge? Because I doubt it. But I also don't know. Okay. Sunwalker's Gift. The wearer can see in the dark up to 40 feet. The ring. Boots of Genial Striding. The wearer's movement speed is unimpeded by difficult terrain. Cinder Shoes. Whenever you burn an enemy, you gain 2 turns of heat. Okay, so burn is a condition. So whenever it doesn't say whenever you inflict fire damage, it's whenever you burn an enemy. So they have to receive the burning condition. And heat is, I am engulfed by a vengeful fire, and I take 1d4 fire damage each turn, but can cause heat convergence, which is consume your heat to fuel a powerful attack. The next time you deal fire damage, you deal an additional 1 fire damage for every turn of heat remaining. Oh, super cool, yeah. I'm sure there's a build out there that, yeah, or maybe a couple builds. Psychic Spark gives Magic Missile and shoot an additional dart whenever you cast Magic Missile. Once per long rest, so it would give me 4 darts, which for 163 I want to take it. I'm going to take it. Got some books: Disorders of the Nerves and Mind, a treatise, The Lords of Madness, Volume 4, some camp supplies, magnifying glass. If only you could actually like use these cool things. A Mud Mephit Wing, which can help brew up an elixir of poison resistance. Pegasus Feather for an elixir of heroism. Sure, I like that one. Elixir of Barkskin, Woodbark. Yeah, sure. Why can't I buy this? That's weird. And I'll spend, I like you. You've been nice to me. I'll spend money on the Blur. Another Featherfall is always nice for 100. Scroll of Fly, probably not gonna do that. Scroll of Haste. Misty Step, yeah. I kind of like the Acid Arrow Staff too, so I'm gonna do that. Wait, where'd this come from? How did I not? The Baneful. It's a short sword. This blade's magical powers only function if it's bound to an Eldritch Knight or is a Warlock's Pact weapon. Neither of which I have. +1 bonus or damage and attack rolls. On a hit, possibly bane your target. That's cool. Scorching for 750. That Scorching Ray necklace is stupid. No, thank you. I will not fly. Fly is good. Apparently, haste in this game does not have that one turn of being like absolutely stunned. So that's interesting. I spent a lot of gold with you there, man. All right.
Very well. I have mushrooms to catalog.
Cool.
Never seen anything like it. Is my species evolving?
Perhaps, but at such an accelerated rate.
I greet you, child of the sun. How has your search for the mushrooms fared?
Just a second here. BG3, Blurg, and Omelum. Cool. How did you escape your colony?
I was born with a propensity for arcane magic my people despise. It gave me the strength to resist the Elder Brain. Every waking hour I pushed back against its dire hold. My wizardry empowered me. The moment its control shattered, I fled. Before the colony discovered I had defected.
How do you survive? Don't you need brains?
In the beginning, I had an arrangement with a lich.
Wow, fuck.
Excellent company, despite what one would expect. I required brains, he required souls.
Wow.
A perfect symbiosis. But our ambitions eventually splintered. I wished to better the world, and he preferred its rot. So I left his company. And thus I now feed from those who act against the society's goals.
Best way to deal with that sort of hunger, I suppose, or that's disgusting, you're a monster, or there's no trusting a mind flayer attack, or I can just leave. Best way to deal with that sort of hunger, I suppose.
Perhaps the peoples of the Underdark will be less inclined to violence if they comprehend the cost, yes?
Refresh my memory. What do you need? Oh, I already know that. Tongue thingy and the... yeah. Okay, cool. That is gonna be...
How is your more personal research progressing?
Not well. The nutrition my species receives from other minds is difficult to emulate.
I see a pouch. I can have it. I can
Worry
loot it.
not, friend. Find me soon enough.
Take the pouch. Right. Just take it. Why are there Fibber banks here? There's a sprouting Timask. Can't I just take the thing from there that I need? No? Alright, fine. Cool. So I will continue with the next video. Yeah. Figure out where the frick I'm supposed to go. That all went pretty well. I think I learned about as much as I could. The sponsor, non-sponsor for this video, I actually have it pulled up and ready to go, is Bigelow Earl Grey Tea. Nothing much needs to be said. If you like Earl Grey, this is a good price on Amazon. 6 boxes, 20 packs per box. It's awesome. Smells so good. If you buy it with my link, I get a cut. I'll see you next time. Bye.